What's going on, everybody? This is the Wisdom Matrix, and this video is about how to use the 4 willingnesses or desires to grow and become more open-minded and to change. So what are the 4 desires or the 4 willingnesses? Basically, the 4 willingness. To being willing to do something. There's 4 different willings that you must consider in order to do this properly. The willingness to know, or the willingness to listen. Well, no, or no. The willingness to listen, the willingness to know, the willingness to be open to what you're listening to and what you and to use what you know with what you're listening to see if it fits, and if it doesn't fit, see if you can find some kernel of truth in the thing that you're listening to, and adding that to the ideas that you already have, and combining them with your ideas and making bigger and grander ideas. And then the willingness to be open that is, to be open to whatever it is you're listening to or hearing or reading or whatever it is, because it may seem very wrong, but it also may hold important truths that you may be ignoring and that you may not see. And the willingness to change your mind or your behaviors or whatever it is, the willingness to change. Now, there's a bit of a misconception when it comes to, people. People think that, other people do or think what they say or do because they're evil or whatever, but it's not necessarily because they're evil. Sorry. Let me back that up. People sometimes think that what other people do and say that seem wrong to that person is evil, and that person is evil. But that person may not necessarily be evil. What they are is they may not know or realize what they're doing, or they're not open to the 4 willingnesses or the 4 desires, whatever you want to call it. And you can use these 4 desires with like anything. These are just stepping stones to growth and change. Pretty much anything in life could be. You could almost say that struggle happens because you don't look at these. You don't embody these 4 desires in everyday life. And you can boil them down to even 3 desires. The willingness to know and listen, the willingness to be open, and the willingness to change. And, these are what I like to call the 4 willingnesses or the 4 desires. And, this is what I use when I try and come up with different ideas and mix different perspectives together. I may not always succeed at, looking at other things and going, well, maybe they have a point, so I'm not perfect at this either, but this is why I'm trying to figure out how I do manage to, become open and showing you all the way and showing myself the way at the same time. Because as I said before, what you give to others, you give to yourself. Basically, this means that when you share wisdom, when you share ideas and ways of doing, different ways of doing and being things, you share it with yourself because you remember it more. Maybe it's because you write it down, maybe it's because you talk about it. I'm not sure, but at any rate, this is just a very short, basic overview of how what these 4 willingnesses are. So this is the Wisdom Matrix. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe and share it with others if you got some kind of benefit from it, so they can get the same benefit as you did. This is the Wisdom Matrix. I'll see you in the next video.